This message is for you. Today you've done enough. It's time to rest. And I know you still feel like you haven't finished everything that you have to do. Dinner may still need to be prepared. You may still need to tend to your kids if you have homework or other activities that need to be done. Laundry needs to be done, maybe even put away. The house needs to be cleaned. You may have some residual work that you have to do. Maybe there are other errands that you have to run. Or maybe if your parents, your child just told you about a last minute school activity or trip, bake sale needs or something that they need for school. And so now you are running to the store to get whatever you need in order for them to have it for the next day. And you probably still have a host of so many other things that you have to take care of. And somewhere in that list, you are not included. Did you take a break today? Did you eat your lunch? Have you had an opportunity to just sit down somewhere and breathe? Probably not, because you've been so busy taking care of everyone else and deciding that I'll rest when everything is done. But when is that going to be? Because no matter what, there's always going to be something that is going to show up on that list. There's always going to be something that someone needs. And you will put everything aside to take care of other people's needs. And yet, even when your body is tired, even when you're exhausted, and you know that you don't even have the capacity to do one more thing, you're going to take that deep breath, sigh, and say, I'm going to get it done. I know that I always used to feel that way in so many situations. I'm going to keep adding things to my list, doing things even though mentally, emotionally, and physically I didn't have the capacity. I didn't know how to say no. I would keep saying yes because I felt like if I said no, I was disappointing the person who was asking me. I was hurting their feelings. It had to be done. I didn't have the courage to say that I needed rest. I didn't have the courage to say that I had reached my capacity, that I was done, that I was exhausted. And I kept showing up, performing and fulfilling all those roles. Here's my message to you. You deserve to rest. You deserve a moment to just sit back and breathe. You deserve a moment to say, hey, I can't finish everything that needs to be done today. I've done what I can for today. There's always tomorrow. And we want you to be present for tomorrow. Maybe not completely healed and rested, but we want you to be present for tomorrow. And the reality is that that is not going to happen if you keep doing everything and believing that rest is not important. You keep shoving it to the side and say, hey, you know what? I'll rest when everything is done. But when will everything be done? Because that list is never ending. I know. I write my list in my notebook and it always seems that there's like one more thing that's added to the list. And sometimes the hardest thing is to say no because you feel like you're disappointing other people. But here's the thing, you're disappointing yourself. That's a lesson I learned. You disappoint yourself when you don't take care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you may end up dealing with something much more serious than exhaustion. So for today, set the list aside. Find something else to do that will bring you some joy. Maybe sit outside, go for a walk, and at the same time, don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes, in the space of being so buried with everything that we're doing, we're afraid and ashamed to ask for help because we've always been the person that seemed to have it together. We're always the go-to person who would do anything and everything. So this time, ask for help. Maybe family can pitch in for dinner so it's not just on you. And if you can afford it, maybe it's a different kind of dinner. Maybe you decide to opt for takeout as opposed to having to worry about preparing a whole meal. Maybe you create a night where individuals get to prepare their own meal, and that can become a fun activity. But whatever you do, you've done enough today. You deserve to rest, and I hope you do.